right now.
Welcome to our Start Strong call. We are so super excited to have you here. You've made an incredible decision by investing your time into this call, and it's going to be a great opportunity to start or restart. So make sure you grab a pen and some paper and take some notes and follow along. So my name is Jennifer Myers, and I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company. And you're also in the presence of a lot of just amazing leaders that are running this call together. So all of us NMDs on here are part of different teams, which I think is pretty amazing. I've never been part of any company where people who are not financially connected to one another come together to share resources, to sharpen each other, and really to help each other's teams grow. So it's an amazing picture of what our culture really represents. And we have a huge heart for absolutely everyone who starts this business to be able to see that you really have something amazing in your hands. And if you haven't realized that yet, you are going to. And the beautiful thing is that everyone who starts this business is a business owner, okay? And you get to choose what you want out of this. And that could be, I just want to offset my costs, or it could be, I want to go all the way. And if you're anything like me, that's going to morph and it's going to change and it's going to grow, just like I have, and I know Courtney has in her journey as well. So no matter where you are on the spectrum, your personal goals, it's about you trying to figure them out. And this is a true and legitimate business for you. And there's a ton of potential with it. So you choose what you want to put in and what you want to take from this opportunity. And then your sponsor is going to guide you. Okay, so we guide you, but we don't create your goals for you. That's going to be something that you get to develop and create. So the reality of this business is it's 80% mindset and 20% skill set. So the focus of this call is primarily the 80% mindset piece. And it's truly, I think it's the hugest part of what affects your success on this journey, no matter what your goal is. So we're going to address it by sharing 3 success elements in our business. But before we jump into that, let's briefly address the 20% skill set. So one of the number one tools when you're first getting started is this website. It's called thefreedomrevolution.com. So make sure you write that down. And in there, you'll see a training portal, a getting started link on that website that has a whole video library to help walk you through the basics in our business. And you get to go at totally your own pace and watch those videos. There's 10 videos on the website. They total about an hour, and they're each about 2 to 7 minutes in length. And then there's exercises that go along with them. And you'll complete that, and then you're going to do a meetup with your sponsor, and you'll be prepared for the next steps. So this is a very simple system that you can work, for anybody. It's going to work for anybody, no matter what walk of life that you're in. And let me just share very quickly my start. When I started, I was actually in my 20s. That was a long time ago. And my husband, Sean, and I graduated from KU with business degrees. We both did. And after we graduated, we backpacked around the world for a year. He loves adventure. And we came back from that very broke, and someone introduced this company to us. And Sean was very negative. He actually thought it was a scam. But I saw it just as a way to earn an extra $200 to $300 a month, which we really, really needed. And I'm so glad that we did, because very quickly we both saw that this was an amazing company, great leadership, products that were helping people. And actually, it was then Sean who initially saw this bigger picture and thought, wow, maybe we could treat this as a business. And maybe we wouldn't have to go out and get our real jobs, because that's the place in life we were, was to go out and hunt down the real job. So Sean then jumped fully in, and he went to the top in about 1.5 years. And I worked for a couple of other companies in the meantime, but quickly then saw what he and other people were making. So I then decided to join him. And I went to the top then about 1.5 years after that. So we were both in our 20s with an amazing income. We had a full benefits package. And it's been an amazing journey, but you know what? It didn't just plop in our laps, okay? It's been a journey of building a strong mindset around the three elements that we're going to be sharing with you this evening. And that's what enabled us, to visualize and experience growth, the growth in our business and in helping others. So prior to that, I was in my early 20s. I was playing pretty small. And I want you to know that if you've been doing that in your life, or if you're here to restart your business, you're not alone. And I want you to know that I had my own obstacles. I had a lot of doubts along the way, and you're in really good company here. Showing up and just being here is great. So let's dive into the three elements of success, all right? And the first element is desire. Okay, so write that down. And we speak of desire in two chapters. And the first one is self. So that is putting your oxygen mask on first. Really determining your hunger, the fire in your belly. Why is this mission something you want to be a part of? Think about that. What is it in this that might light you up? And this is such a core part of you being successful. And it's not something that we can give you. It comes from you, and it really will become part of your story. So to the best of your ability, we want to encourage you to think of a dollar amount. Okay, a dollar amount that you want to be making in, let's say, the next 6 months. And that might be hard to do in the beginning, and it was for me, but once I realized that my paycheck grows as a direct reflection of the amount of people that we're helping, it starts to get easier and more exciting to do that, and you really start to feel the purpose of it. So we want to help people make things as concrete as possible, and a dollar figure helps you do that. Okay, the dollar figure piece will always connect back to your own self-worth. What do you believe you're worth financially? It's a huge factor that determines how far you go into this business. You'll want to continue to expand what you believe you're worth financially, because this business can help support any goal. Okay, keep in mind, get this, money is simply a transfer of energy. Think about that for just a second. Money is a transfer of energy, and it's going to make you more of who you already are. And the beauty of a company like this is that we attract such servant-hearted people. Mostly people say it's really not about the money, it's more about the people. And we know it's about the people, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. So rather than thinking that money doesn't matter, consider that even if you feel you don't need it, other people do need it, and they are looking for that. So it could look like you investing in others, or you building an income to teach others to do the same. It's a really noble part of this mission we're on, that we can be very proud of. And it's absolutely changed my life, my family's life in so many ways, and just hundreds and actually thousands of people on our team. And I don't share this to impress you, but to impress upon you what's possible. And I truly believe that you can do this. You can. And if I can do it, so can you. So chapter 2 of desire is helping others. Okay, so think about, what is your personal pain? What is your struggle? What purpose led you to this? Okay, that can give you clues to what your desire and what your hunger might be. And it's also going to help you connect with other people who might be sharing a similar pain. And those are the primary people you're going to want to be connecting with, because they're going to be resonating with you. People buy from those that they like, know, and trust. So when you can resonate with someone, you're building that relationship and you're building trust. Then they're going to feel comfortable buying from you, and your why, which is the reason. It's so critical to get clear on this pain this mission is relieving. So even if you're new to this, you don't feel like you have a big why or a burning desire, you have a sponsor story, or maybe you've heard another person's story that you really connected with, and you can share in the meantime. That works great. And you can help show people the track record of what can really happen in our business as you're building your own story. So when I think back, to my story on the physical health side, I grew up super healthy household, never missed a day of grade school. I was a competitive swimmer and I swam at KU, but I started eating like everybody else did, and I lost my health very quickly. I developed really bad shoulder pain and tendonitis, and it ended my swimming career very early. I didn't even make it through my first year. I was just breaking down. I was sick all the time. I was exhausted, and nobody was talking to us about nutrition. And it really didn't even occur to me that it had changed so dramatically, but it had. And it was years later that I discovered nutrition, and I started juicing. I became a vegetarian, and all of these things were coming into place. And so when Juice Plus came into my life, I thought, maybe Juice Plus could replace my juicing, which is very expensive, very time consuming and messy. And what happened was, and I was so surprised, within about a month and a half, I started noticing that I was sleeping better. I stopped bruising. I used to bruise really bad. That stopped. It really helped my shoulder pain. And then I was able to start doing master swimming again, which was so much fun. And I never could have imagined what this business would do for me in terms of just my business, my personal growth, my life. When I signed that distributor application, my life was going to change. At those other companies that I worked at initially, I did not enjoy being an employee. I did not enjoy someone dictating my time, and I felt very disempowered there. And Sean, remember, was doing this already, and he was traveling, and he was fun and having fun, and he was growing as a person. And, he was working hard, but he was really playing hard on his terms. And I wanted that. And his expense allowance, by the way, from this company was bigger than I was earning full-time in my full-time job. So I decided to then join him with this, and it has been amazing. I have just loved our life, and that we have been able to build this really incredible business and a residual income that has allowed us the freedom and the flexibility to design our life. And that's really, truly what we do. We very consciously design our life together. And we've lived on a sailboat for a year. We've traveled the world. We have created amazing experiences. When our kids were 8 and 10, we have 2 kids, by the way, we sailed from the Virgin Islands to Australia for 15 months together with our family, and I homeschooled them during this incredible experience. And all the while, we are helping people. And that's, for me, that is absolutely necessary, just to make a difference in people's life. So it's been transformational. So the next thing I want to talk about, and the second element to success, is consistency. And how many people have you seen inside of a business like this show up consistently and really, really stick with it? Probably not that many, right? And if you're clear about this being something you want to step into and to be a part of, then I want to encourage you to be all in, whatever that looks like for you. Because people are watching you. They're watching your journey. And that doesn't mean you have to be full-time. Most people do this as a side gig. But stick with these 5 steps I'm about to cover, and you will have people that will be reaching out to you in the community or online that you thought were ignoring you, or that you didn't think were following you on social media. Consistency is going to be one of the number one things that speaks volumes to the people watching your journey as the months and the years go by, because it communicates that you're really committed to this. So we're specifically referring to consistency in 5 high-paying activities, okay? And I'm going to cover them really briefly here, and then Courtney, who will be joining me, will cover a bit more thoroughly later on. So number 1 is social media. Living your life through social media. And it does not mean that you're posting about Juice Plus and asking people to join your business and treating it like a billboard. Instead, you want to share your life and create curiosity and create credibility, all right? you never tell the full story with your post. Okay, you want people to wonder. You want people to be curious. So create the trailer to the movie, not the movie. So for instance, consider how intriguing it would be to share your healthy lifestyle without posting a website or mentioning the words Juice Plus. And that's what, most of the top leaders in our company follow this model very successfully. Number 2 is about conversation and relationship building. So create friendships and love on people that are around you like it's your job, because it really is. Be genuinely interested in their lives. This isn't prospecting people, because people can sense that. When you're hunting people, this is about getting to know them and, quite frankly, just being human. We're meant for relationships. So just be present while you're out and about, and do that purely to create friendships. So a good action step is challenge yourself to be 5% more interested in the people around you this week. Okay, I like to say be interested rather than interesting. So number 3 is events. And there are 2 parts to events. I'm going to cover the events that you want to be part of as you grow. First of all, a few events that I want to bring up right now that you're a business builder, right, are what we call the big rock events. Okay, if you can imagine a jar and you put big rocks in there, you have to get the big rocks in before the little things go in, or the big rocks won't fit. They fill up with the little rocks. So you're going to want to place our 2 Juice Plus Live leadership conferences on your calendar. Our next one is in Sacramento in April, and oh my gosh, the conferences are amazing. And then we also have boot camps and summits, and you want to put those on your calendar each year. And that's what I've been encouraged to do from the very beginning, and I wouldn't be where I am today without them. Absolutely not. I have only missed 2 conferences in my entire career, and I was having babies during both of them. So this community is always so uplifting, it's fun, it's positive, and you're going to benefit in so many ways by prioritizing these. For everyone who gains success in this business regularly attends the conference. Okay, it has the potential of moving your business forward an entire year. And they are huge events. They really help people get a vision for what this is all about. All right. So the other core event for your calendars are weekly team calls. You will each have your own team call from your upline each week, right? So you're going to want to connect and find out when those are and calendar them. Okay, show up weekly. This keeps you close to the fire. If a coal stays close to a fire, it's warm, right? And the further it gets away, it loses its heat and it ultimately loses its purpose. And the closer you stay to the fire, the more you'll be able to share, the more passion and heart. And remember why, your why that you're doing this. And these calls are going to help you feel renewed. They're going to help you with information, feel ready, no matter how cold your feet were leading up to it, as well as help you become more effective and efficient in what you're doing. So, an action step to write down. Write on your calendar the dates of our leadership conference this year. Sacramento is April 11th through the 13th, and Austin, Texas, awesome, love that city, October 17th to 19th. All right, and then also calendar your weekly team calls so that you can consistently participate. So the reality is that life is going to happen, and every single one of us has had massive life things that have happened to us that we've had to work through in this journey, and we will continue to. Every person will, and that's just the reality of life. But when those things happen, you want to lean into this community. It is amazing. And no matter what, regardless of how worthy or unworthy you may feel, just lean into it. Jamie Kenzie, one of our great buddies in this business, once shared, sometimes you show up because you need the energy and love, and sometimes you're there to give the energy and the love. So however it is for you, just show up, okay? Number 4 is follow-up. And after we reach out to invite people to take a look at our product, our mission, or both, we follow up. And follow up really is an act of love. It's being professional, and it's an integral part of what we do. Most people need 5 to 8 exposures before they sign up. And if I think about it, usually someone has to remind me and bring things up again before I act on things. So remember, people buy from those that they like, they know, and they trust. So follow-up helps bring them clarity of your love and your support. And, you're going to be meeting them where they're at. And it's something that you'll learn, and it's a skill set, really, in this business. It's a skill set that you want to cultivate and be excited about. And number 5 is love on your customers. Okay. In the first few weeks, you're going to want to focus on sharing your story and excitement, or leveraging someone else's story, and inviting people to learn about what you have by using that website I shared earlier. Again, thefreedomrevolution.com. And when you get those customers, you want to take good care of them. Walk alongside them, because you're really truly on this journey with them. And a lot of times those happy customers will become future partners with you in this mission. And they will then start making an impact on others as well. So we want to ensure that they have a great experience. So those are a few of the things that I wanted to share before I turn it over to Courtney. And she's going to share the last success ingredient and some other great information, as well as some numbers. So Courtney, are you there?
I am here.
Awesome.
Hi.
Courtney's
Hi,
amazing.
everybody.
Go ahead, take it away.
Well, thanks so much, Jennifer. I love hearing you talk. I feel calm and relaxed. I love it. So my name is Courtney O'Donnell, and I'm a national marketing director. I live in North Carolina. I'm a single mom of 5 kids. And I love that 10 years ago, I built this business on stolen moments. I literally did. With babies on my hips and running kids around, I truly did just follow this simple system and made it to the top. And just like Jennifer said, if I can do this, anybody can do this. So our third element for success is being coachable. And this can be probably one of the hardest things for some people, because they have an idea of what success is. Maybe they've experienced it outside of network marketing, maybe in corporate America, or they think they know what it takes to be successful in this business. But network marketing is a very different game. I learned that along the way. Being very coachable is so important to success in this business. Now, people who create success in network marketing, they treat it like a business, not a hobby. And traditional business entrepreneurs are attracted to franchises because systems are in place. Someone's gone before you, they've created that success, they've documented the success, and then they teach you how to do it. Now, this doesn't happen outside of the franchise model. So what we want to do is show you our system. I like to call it the blueprint, right? So here we go. Thank you, AJ. Awesomeness. All right, and I'm going to really kind of breeze over this because Jennifer went through a lot of these things with you already. We're going to start off with relationships. And relationships are really everything in our business. It's foundational. We want to go out and connect. We do our business as we do life. We're connecting with people as we're on the sidelines of the soccer fields, or we're, in church or meetings or wherever you might be in your day. That's where you're connecting with people and building strong relationships. You connect first, and then you can ask if they're open to Juice Plus. And I love that. Would you be open to? Curiosity is our next step here. And our goal is to increase curiosity and therefore decrease resistance. Now, this is something that we've really worked on hard, and Jennifer touched on this as far as social media, but it also goes in our day-to-day conversation. We teach our teams to not have the words Juice Plus or that brand name out there on our social media sites. We're in a relationship building business. What happens when we just throw that name out there is our brains want to know what they want an answer, and they want an answer right away. So people, they go and they Google, right? Whether good or bad, the brain gets the answer it's looking for and it puts it to rest. So unfortunately, when that happens, the relationship and the conversation opportunity is kind of lost. And with our social media accounts and in-person stuff, really don't forget the in-person stuff. Our goal is to be the trailer and not the actual movie, right? I love that. Conversations. Oh, this is so important, you guys. Having conversations with people. Say a little bit to a lot of people, and utilizing the conversation to invite them into an event. Listen for their pain. Asking those great questions, like Jennifer said, is so important, because that's going to show you where to lead them to the right educational experience for them. You want to make sure you know what their pain is to get them on the right path. The next step is the event. Live or recorded. You might listen to this recording, or it might be a live event, maybe in person or happening as they're watching it on Zoom. It could be anything from a coffee date to, like I said, the online Zoom. This is the actual movie to the trailer that I mentioned before. The power in an event is that facts tell and stories compel, right? That's what gets people going. People get off that event feeling emotional. And during the event, prospects are often thinking three things, right? They want to know, can I do this? Let's go through these three things. Can Juice Plus meet my desire? In the event, we address how we get paid, we cast a vision for the income, and one that they can make, right? Number two, are people there to help me? People want to feel secure. I know when I started this business, I had no idea what I was doing, and I know I needed to be surrounded by people that were going to pick me up when I had no idea what I was doing or when I was down. So we address not only how we get paid, and we address how we achieve our goals by being there for them. Now, the last question is probably one of the biggest ones, and it's, can I do this? And we explain in the follow-up call that we do, we're going to talk about that, how we do this business and runs. And listen, they can see that they can do this. They'll see the follow-up call, and they're going to hear how it goes. I'm going to give you an example in a second. Our new reps are given the opportunity on these events to share what they're excited about. It's non-threatening. It's easy. It's a non-threatening way. It's so easy for them to share with their friends and family that they know and care about. And it helps their people to hear their vision. And again, at the end of the day, people are buying us, not Juice Plus, right? Our goal is for the rep to invite about 20 people to their launch event. Now, here's that follow-up. The outreach vibe that we have, like when we're reaching out to people, you got to have a vibe about you. How are you going to reach out to them? And you don't want to be nervous. It's relaxed. So what we're saying, that vibe is, I'm so sorry I haven't had a chance until now to get back to you. And usually that's within 24 hours. I've been so busy. I apologize. Is now a good time to connect, or tomorrow to answer questions you might have? And if you haven't had a chance to watch the replay, that's okay. How about and suggest another time, right? You're chill about it. You're relaxed about it. It's important to have someone else who has been in this business longer for that three-way connection, right? So that follow-up is setting up that three-way connection. Now, the follow-up and the three-way connection are proof that we are there for them and for their success. We're going to be there for them each step of the way. Now, the three-way is where they see the system. If you don't do it, then they won't see it. And they're less coachable, really, because they don't understand it. They're not getting the bigger picture, painted picture of how we do this. So on three-way connections, we ask questions. You ask better questions, you get better answers, right? So what was your biggest takeaway? Or what do you need to know in order to get started? Or what could sharing this with others do for you? What does success look like to you? And this was kind of important. What does success look like to you? Because it very often is different for different people. And what if it could be more? Or what could it be? Make a point to ask, how did you get to this three-way call, this three-way connection, right? And I love this, hearing the journey of how they got it. You can see the system taking place as they share. Well, Susie put a post up on her Facebook wall. And then I reached out to her, and then she sent me this video that I watched, and here I am on this three-way phone call with you. And in that demonstration, we handle the skepticism. Can I do this? It's all about that simplicity. All right. I think we can unshare the screen here. Yeah. All right. So there's a couple of mantras that we would like to share that we really live by day to day. All right. So number one is, first, and I love this one, the more you know, the slower you go. Write that down. The more you know, the slower you go. We want to encourage you to look for answers when you have questions. But this business does not require you to have a PhD or study anything in order to follow the system, and I'm so grateful for that. All we do is encourage you to be out there talking to people, share your story, post on social media, not Juice Plus, building curiosity on social media. Number 2, the second is an understanding that we've gained from a great resource. I love this book. It's called Go Pro. If you don't have it, go get it. It's really, really good. It's crucial, and it helped me with my success. I know, and these other girls too. The idea is that any success you create is your success. And your success is 100% your responsibility, not your uplines, not your sidelines, and definitely not your downlines. Now, on the flip side, any failure is also your responsibility. We all have the same industry, the same company, the same marketing plan, products. The only thing that varies is us. So those who are following the 3 keys are the ones having success, and the ones who don't usually are not in any real sustainable way anyway. So if you need help, raise your hand, put your hand up high, and we will work with anyone who will show up. If you show up, you raise your hand, and you hold it up there, we're going to come around. I promise you we are. All right? So we're here to help you reach your goals. It doesn't matter if your goal is $500 or $10,000 a month. We're going to help you just the same. We can't pull you up Mount Everest. No way. But we can guide you. I'll go beside you the whole way. It's all in you, and you've got to know, you have to believe that you can do this. Now, the third is that our goal is to develop reps into leaders. So you as a representative, our goal is to make you a leader, right? You've got that inside of you. The greatest thing that we can do for our team members is to get them independent as quickly as possible. And we're here for every step along the way. But at some point, they're going to be independent leaders. And I say, hallelujah, that is the most exciting time to see that leadership pop up in your reps. I didn't get into this business to have staff, and I know you're not getting into it for staff either. Staff look to owners for success versus looking within. That's not what we do. We're not looking to others. It's all within you. And lastly, certainty is power. The most certain person in the room always wins. At the end of the day, people are not really buying Juice Plus or the virtual franchise. They're buying you and your confidence, your excitement, and your vision. Our business is built upon having confidence in 4 areas. So let's do a quick inventory on a scale of 1 to 10 about your beliefs. Now write this down. Number 1 belief, product. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you? 1 is very little, 10 is max belief. 2, company, the Juice Plus company. What is your belief on a scale of 1 to 10? How about the industry, the network marketing industry? And number 4 is self, belief in yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. This is really important. Your lowest areas are where you're going to want to start to do the work. Let your sponsor know of your self-assessment, and they'll be able to guide you to the resources to help you build your confidence in those areas. We don't get the haters anymore, right? I don't get those anymore because our certainty is stronger than their doubt. That's for sure. And yours will be too. If you need to build your certainty in our profession, please check out the documentary. And you guys, this is an awesome documentary, Rise of the Entrepreneur, and Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. All right. So lastly, let's reflect back where we started, desire, and what's possible for you. So we're going to show you some potential, right? And it doesn't matter where you are thinking you might want to be. If you don't know, you can't go, right? So we're just going to show you some potential here. All right, let me just move this. Give me 1 second, y'all. Here we go. All right, so each circle represents 15 to 20 of what we call gold standard orders. So it's the fruit, veggie, berry, and omega blend, and then someone drinking a shake a day. So it's 15 to 20 of those. Does that make sense? So each circle represents that. So you're yellow. So you have 15 to 20 of those gold standard orders. All right. And then you introduce to 3 friends, and then you teach them to do the exact same thing. This is what we call 3 Club. 3 Club will yield you just about $1,000 a month, right? Not a bad monthly income for working part-time, or annually about $12,000, all right? So that's kind of your baseline. You want to hit the Comma Club? Awesome. Let's do that. AJ, will you hit the next screen? Sorry. There we go. Awesome. I appreciate having technical support. All right. So now we're looking at a little more duplication. All right. So I've got A and B, my friends, Sally and Bob, right? And they've just taken that simple system that we just went over with you, simple system. And all they're doing is sharing with their friends. So they each grab 3 friends. Everybody is doing the same duplication of 15 to 20 of those gold standard orders. Now that duplication is going to build stability, but it's also going to build a solid income for you. This is what we would call 8 Club. So each person, each circle here is what we would call a club level, all right? And that's 15 to 20 of those gold standard orders. And then they've duplicated themselves 3 times to create that 8 Club, $2,500 a month, or about $30,000 on average. That sounds like a nice income for working part-time, making friends, right? So let's take it one step further to 12 Club. So you've now duplicated yourself the 3 times and taught them to do the exact same thing. And what I love in this business is that you can duplicate as much as you want. You can go as wide as you want, and you can duplicate as deep as you want. It's totally up to you. This is what we call 12 Club. So it's you, and you have now helped 3 people who has in turn helped an additional 9 people to all have that qualified business, or to have that gold standard orders where they have 15 to 20 of those. I just call it a strong and stable business. That's really what it is. And this is your 12 Club. And we're really excited about this because you've created not only your width, but you've also created some depth as well, which brings you that security. Now, the next step, you may not even thought about this yet. And I know when I first started this business, I hadn't even thought this far in advance. I just wanted to make shoe money. I just wanted to buy myself a pair of shoes every month, designer shoes, I should say. So I hadn't even thought about this. But when this picture was shown to me, I was like, oh, I can totally do that. This is the top position in our company. It's called National Marketing Director. And again, it's one of our friends, Tanya Oxley, always says this business is probably one of the only places you can tell a woman to go wide, or a man. I won't differentiate between the 2. Either one's fine. You can go wide here. And again, width is that income, a larger income, and then depth is that security. So you've now duplicated yourself 5 times, and then they've in turn taught people to do the exact same thing. And this is going to bring you about $4,000 to $6,000 a month. It varies, but just about that amount. And again, on average, while you're working about part-time, $60,000 a year, which is a great income. And again, allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to think, could this be me? Do you have 5 friends, right? I'm sure you've got more than 5 friends. And obviously, you don't even have to stop there. You can go as wide as you want and help as many people as you like. And I love that. So I'm going to turn it back over to Jennifer to close us up. Oh, she's muted.
Okay, thanks, Courtney. All right, everybody. So thanks again for being on. And as a quick review, our 3 main elements of success are desire, consistency, and coachable. And then Courtney shared about the income potential and what it looks like to make $1,000 a month. So if that's a goal that resonated with you, like it does with many people, we want to give you just a quick picture of what that would look like. Because having a clear picture makes your actions and your outcomes more certain. So first of all, you would want to have a customer base of at least 15 to 20 gold standard customers. So again, that's the quad, and 1 shake a day. And then you teach 3 people on your team to do the same thing as you. And there's your 3 Club. At an activity level, it would look probably like reaching out to about 4 people a day, about 5 days a week, and intentionally inviting them to learn about our mission or our products following our funnel system. And what to say and how to say it is in that training portal on thefreedomrevolution.com. After that, make sure you have about 16 connections with your sponsor a month. Or there, we do 3-way calls or Facebook messengers or through Zoom. Lots of ways to do that. So about 4 times a week, you're connecting with your sponsor with someone to paint the vision for your prospect, whether it's joining the team or getting on the products. So when you break it down, this is very, very doable on a daily basis. And keep in mind, this call is happening once a week, and we encourage you to attend periodically so that you can stay on course and stay in that great mindset. So that's all we've got. Thanks so much for being on, and we hope to see you and your new team next week.